Or I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna review just off the top of my head. So fuck it. I'm gonna do Nas ILLMATIC. This is my first album review, so don't judge me if I fuck up. It's just my first fucking review, so fuck it. I'm going into it and excuse my language. So yeah. Alright, Nas, the Genesis, it starts off. It's just an introduction track, so nothing to expect from it. New York State of Mind, great song, great production, great verses by Nas. He just kills it in every single verse in this song. The production is by DJ Premier, who is arguably the greatest producer of all time. So you must expect a good beat, which he delivers in this song. Next song is Life's a Bitch, which is by production by Large Professor featuring AZ, who kills it, and arguably one of the greatest verses of all time. It's just a crazy verse. I don't know, crazy. Also, if you're wondering, Nas kills it like usual. You should expect that from him on this album, which is one of the greatest of all time. Next, on to the fourth track, The World Is Yours. Damn, just beat though. The beat though. Great, great beat. Fantastic beat, jazzy, smooth feel, mellow, chill, etc. I don't know what else to say about the beat. Now let's go on to the verse. Pete Rock uses the hooks. If you're wondering, was the producer for this song, who is also one of the greatest producers of all time. And Nas spits out verses like usual that are great on this album. You should expect it. Great verses, great song, second greatest song, his second greatest song of all time, and his second greatest song on this album. Then let's get to Halftime, which leads to Halftime of the album, which is a very good song. I would say it's tied for the weakest, but that proves how good this album is. If it's one of the weakest, and it's a really good song. Now onto Memory Lane. Memory Lane, Sitting in the Park. Great song, love it. Beat good, lyrics good. I don't know what else to say. It's just that this album is great. One Love. Oh, I have a lot to say about this song. One of my most favorite songs of all time. Not one time. What the fuck am I saying? Produced by one of my favorite rappers slash producers, Q-Tip of A Tribe Called Quest. If you haven't heard of them, you're insane for not hearing them. Great group. Legends. All three. One Love. Great storytelling. Tells a story of him. He's basically singing off his letter, reading it, whatever you want to call it, to his friend in prison, telling him what's going on in the hood, what's happening and everything. Beautiful song, beautiful beat, beautiful lyrics, just fantastic. One of my favorite songs of all time, and I think the fourth best song on this album. Now, One Time for Your Mind, which is tied for the weakest with Halftime, which is also a very good song, but it's really good, and just what I've been saying all fucking day on this album. Great production, great lyrics. You should expect that from Nas ILLMATIC. And I'll Represent, which is a very underrated song. The sequel to New York State of Mind on this album, Represent, with DJ Premier and Nas. Great song, great production. I don't know what the fuck to say. Alright, now to get to the 10th song and the final song, Ain't Hard to Tell, which is a great album, what the fuck am I saying, album? Great song. Just kills it like usual. You should expect it from this album. If he kills it on every verse, you should expect it on every verse. Nas delivers. He was just hungry on this album. His first debut, 94, greatest year of rap. And yeah, Ain't Hard to Tell. Large Professor, Nas. And Large Professor was all over this album. So, let's get an overview. The Genesis, New York State of Mind, Life's a Bitch, The World Is Yours, Halftime, Memory Lane, One Love, One Time for Your Mind, Represent, Ain't Hard to Tell. Production, Large Professor, DJ Premier, Nas on the Genesis, but it isn't really considered a song, I guess. Large Professor, Q-Tip, and Pete Rock, DJ Premier. If I would say the best instrumental on this album, I'll say The World Is Yours. Best verses, On this album, I say New York State of Mind. You can't argue with that song. And best storytelling, obviously, is gonna be One Love. And the most like overlooked song has to be Represent. But time to give it whatever my little dingling review thing, my categorize. Alright. On a waste of time, mixed, would recommend, and a must listen. This album is a must listen. There's no reason why you shouldn't listen to this album. If you are a hip hop / rap head, you need to listen to this album. It is the definition of a debut album and the definition of Nas's career. I'm out. Fuck money. Fuck bitches get money. Laters.